Hey guys, this is Carmen, and after a long time of hard working, I decided to give myself like a vacation. So I come to the Huizhou. This is the city that very close to Shenzhen, and then this is like a swimming pool, wonderful resort, and then this is the birthday gift I decided to give myself, and then to recharge myself and I can work better. And then here it's the seaside, very nice with the resorts. As many people think about China is different, and I would like to show you. And here is the seaside. I've probably those, did you see like over there, there is the container there. You see all the boats. Before when I saw those containers, I'm very exciting. I think probably they just sail from Shenzhen port and going to probably to American, to Europe. It's very cool. I like it. I always like very confusing about how they go so far, so many days on the sea, but this is what I like to see. And I'm very excited about what I'm doing. Today we are going to talk about shipping. It's like now I have the perfect background for shipping, and later probably I will show you some container by the sea that probably they take off from Shenzhen. So where we start? Let's talk about the package first. Because now most of the customer they are like confusing about how they pack the goods and what kind of products they will have the surcharge for shipping and what kind of products it will be like difficult to send out. So let's talk about the package first. Normally by the package to send with the DDP service to Amazon warehouse or to American and Europe, the package size it should be like each length is less than 63.5 centimeter. I would suggest normally for customer that to order the carton box less than 62 centimeter or around about 60 centimeters is okay. I don't suggest you to go to limit because during the transportation, the size of the box will change. So if your goods are based on the volume weight, if the size get bigger, it means that you probably will cause the trouble because it's over length, like over long, or if you charge by the volume weight, that it might cause you to have more charge for the shipping. So that's why I would suggest most of the cartons control it with 60 centimeters, like 60 centimeters length. That the longest size, that will be the best. Of course, if you have the 50 or 40 is also okay. And for the weight, I would suggest to you, each carton box, the weight is between 10 kilogram to 23, maximum 23. So the suggestion will be between 10 kilogram to 22 kilogram. The reason of that is because for our FBA shipping, the minimum weight is 10 kilogram. So if one package is less than 10 kilogram, you will still charge by 10 kilogram. So that's why I suggest you it's better to have it like over 10 kilogram and not over 23 kilogram. That is the weight. Also, many customers confusing by what is the chargeable weight. So by each cartons, we have two kind of goods. One is the heavyweight goods, one is the lightweight goods. So the lightweight goods, it will probably, the chargeable weight will be the volume weight. And also, some customer also ask me like how we calculate the volume weights and why that happens. So there is no reason. It's just that the way that for the shipping that they will calculate this way. Like why we need to have the volume weight for the lightweight cargos. For example, if you have like the cartons, very lightweight, but they take a lot of space, and if we charge everything by the gross weight or the actual weight it has, the cartons is very light. So it probably like 1 cbm, like 1 cube meters of cartons is probably like not even 1 kilogram. So, but it takes a lot of space. So if everything based on the gross weight of charging, of chargeable weight, most of the carrier that will not take any light goods because it doesn't make sense for them. It takes space, but the weight is less. So that's why we have the volume weight. The way to calculate volume weight is the length, everything by centimeters. So sorry, American, you have to change all like the way to calculate things as the international way. So the way to calculate the volume weight by centimeters is the length times the width and times the height, divides 6,000. So for example, with the carton size with 60 centimeters of the length and 60 centimeter of the width and 60 meters of the height, and the chargeable, the volume weight to calculate is 60 times 60 times 60 is 216,000 centimeter, and divided by 6,000. So each carton box it will be like 36 kilogram, and this is the volume weight of the of this carton. And as you know, like 36 kilogram is oversized. So this is not a good example, but that is the way that we calculate the volume weight. So yeah, this is about the package with the light cargos. So normally this is like the way we decided how the volume weight to be charged. And if it's like, so if the volume weight is 36 kilogram and the actual gross weight is 50 or 40 kilogram, then the chargeable weight will be the gross weight, so which is bigger than is the 40 kilogram. And if the gross weight is 20 and the volume weight is 36, so this is based on the bigger ones. So these goods will be charged based on the 36 kilograms of the chargeable weight. I hope I explained it well. I hope you can understand. And that this is like we talk about the size of the cartons. And let's talk about the material of the cartons. Like now, most of the supplier, sometimes they want to save the money, so they order the carton box like a 3-layer of the carton box. And this kind of carton box is kind of a little bit soft and weak, and it's not very good during the transportation, like especially the international one. And most of the time that the supplier, they need to send to the shipping warehouse, so they also include it with the domestic. So with this kind of cartons, after domestic shipping and then go to international shipping, it will be totally destroyed, and it's not good for the protection of the goods. So I would suggest all of you, if you contact with the supplier, tell the supplier please use the 5-layer hard cartons for them to pack the goods, to protect the goods, especially for the refrigerate or like ceramics or light plastic goods. It's better to ask them to pack in a very good quality of the carton box to avoid some damage during the domestic and the international shipping. Then let's go for the goods, because now many people asking like why we have the surcharge for our products. So now normally the common products that we have the surcharge, first of all, is the product with power, with electricity, with battery, and also the goods with magnetic Also for the textile, like fabrics material, nylon or silk, or like polyester, this kind of goods also will have the surcharge for shipping because of the, especially for American, because for the tax, if we do DDP, delivery duty pay, if you know what this DDP means. For this kind of situation, those are because of the textile, battery, magnetic, leather, also jade, or some sharp iron like knife or scissor. These kind of goods, they have higher tariff in America. So that's why that they have surcharge for this kind of products. So every time when you choose the product, you will probably need to consider about the shipping costs and the tax for this kind of products. And also for the pure power bank, because now like many people like to buy the power bank from China, especially from our city Shenzhen. For power bank, pure power bank, it will be difficult to send by air, so mostly we'll go with sea shipment to America. That is the and for power bank, the shipping cost is very high because it's quite difficult. It's a very sensitive goods, and we're considering as the dangerous products as well. So for shipping, like for power bank or goods with the battery, is like higher cost. So because of that, I will suggest if you have like multiple products to ship to one destination, if there is power bank or electric stuff or contained with battery, I would suggest you to separate with two shipments, one shipment with battery or like the sensitive cargoes and then with surcharge, and another shipment with normal cargoes. So it will also save you the cost by separate the different products. And then this is the one of the suggestions that I can give you to save the shipping cost. And after we talk about the products, and then we talk about the package, let's talk about the way of shipping. So normally for the trading, for the cargo shipping, we have the port to port. Port to port shipment, it means that only just for the operation in China side, and then to ship to a destination country in the port. And then the customer, as you can have to contact your the destination countries, have a custom brokers to do custom clearance, or you can go to the port, pick up the goods by yourself and do the custom clearance by yourself. But this kind of situation is not very common for the e-commerce sellers, because most of the e-commerce sellers, as I know, that they are not really living in America, but they sell goods to America, or they are not living in Europe, they sell goods to Europe. So this kind of situation probably not often happen for the e-commerce sellers. Most of the situation for e-commerce sellers, for us to handle, it will be door to door. So we manage to pick up from the factory, and then we handle all the custom clearance in China side, and then we ship, no matter via sea or train or air, to the destination country, and then we manage the custom clearance, pay the tax, pay the duty in the destination countries, and to deliver it to the place that you need to be. No matter it's Amazon warehouse, or it's a third-party warehouse, or it's a private address, or it's a business address. The reason why I separate different destination address, because it also have the surcharge. If it's a private address, or like a business address, they also have the different cost. So the cheapest way, if you can, is just directly go to Amazon warehouse. But as now I know that for the beginners, like the new sellers, for Amazon warehouse, they have the limited with 200 pieces. So that is why like now also very, very now it's very common to send it to a third-party warehouse in the U.S. So actually for us, we also have our partners in L.A., Los Angeles. They have the warehouse there that also many of my customers, they're using our third-party warehouse in the United States to put the rest of the goods. So in case that they start to sell in the Amazon for the first shipment with 200 pieces, when they run out of the stock very fast, that they can just ship from our warehouse in Los Angeles to Amazon warehouse, and that only takes around about 3 to 4 days. And if it's like ONT8, the west coast of the Amazon warehouse, it probably only takes 2 days. So this is like the way mostly we will handle. For the e-commerce, for the FBA shipment, we mainly handle is in American and Europe and Japan. But Japan, during the COVID time, the custom gets straight because some people, they like for the value of the goods and everything. So in Japan, now the DDP is also like a little bit tricky, like it's unstable. There is the time that we have to do without, we have to do with DDU in Japan. But now the situation gets better, so everything comes to normal now. We can normally for our DDP shipment service, we have 3 ways: is by sea, by air, by railway, like by train. For train is mainly for Europe, and Europe is like Switzerland is not in Switzerland or Norway, or they are not included because it's like, for example, Switzerland is not the country that in the union, the European Union. So that's why like Switzerland is very difficult. So if you are considering Switzerland, that it might be cause some difficulties for shipments. But mainly the hot countries for railway, the best one is like for Spain, Italy, Germany, Austria, and Denmark as well, or especially Netherlands as well. So those countries is like mostly we will do by the rail transportation. And normally for the train to leave China to the Europe, it will be, for the train is like 18 days. For the sea from China port to United States on the west coast, it will be around about 14 days on the sea. And for the air, from China to no matter Europe or American, is like 1 to 2 days on the flights. But why we quarter different days and the TT time when we have the DDP service? That's because after we pick up from the warehouse, China is huge. So it's like from the northern part of China to the southern part of China. If you take the airplane, like we go in this way from the north to the south, it will take like 5 hours flight. So this is like nearly like from Europe, it's like from Italy to Norway or Denmark, something like that. So it will be like very tough. Like if sometimes we need to pick up the goods from the northern parts of China, and then this goods is going to ship from the south, then it will take times to operate for the domestic delivery. So when we quarter the DDP time, like how many days it will take from China to the other country, we were considering the pickup time and also the operation time, the custom clearance in China and everything will take around about 1 week until we can get to the boat, because as you know that each week we probably have 1 or 2 shipment to 1 or 2 boats to American or Europe, or the train is like each week is like only 1 train to Europe. So we always need to calculate with the time that we need at least 1 week or 1.5 weeks if we cannot catch the last train for our operation in China side until we can take off from, no matter it's air or sea or train. When the carrier take off until arrive the destination country, we also need to unload the goods, and then we also need to operate custom clearance in the destination country, also to pay the tax and to delivery. And normally we need to wait until the UPS or the FedEx to pick up the goods to delivery. So that's why we have a longer time than that. So here I would like to give you the reference about the time for the DDP shipment for sea or train or air. No matter, let's talk about, like, mostly the shipment is to USA. So to USA by DDP shipment, by sea we have fast boat and slow boat. So for the fast boat is around about 20 to 25 days total from the manufacturing pickup until from the manufacturer to delivery to our warehouse, from our shipping warehouse to the Amazon warehouse. So for slow boat it's around about totally 20 to for the fast boat is around about 20 to 25 days from our shipping warehouse until FBA warehouse. And for the slow boat, it will take around about 30 days to 35 days from our warehouse to FBA warehouse. For air, it will be around about 8 to 15 days. Before, it's like around about 10 days is okay, but like after COVID, many warehouses like lack of workers, and also like we have less flights, we have less boats, like the schedule, like a sailing schedule. So that's why that now the shipping, it costs like delayed and slower than before. And that is also like to answer some of the customers' question, like why now it's more expensive and it's slower. It's also have the influence. It's also have the influence by the COVID. So after the COVID time, actually the air DDP is much more expensive than before. As I know, compared to last year, the air DDP shipment is like 30 to 40% more than before. Now also, before we only have like a slow boat, and now we have the fast boat as well. For the sea shipment, for air shipment, we only have like one way. We don't have like fast or slow. But for sea shipment, we have two way. It's for slow boat and fast boat. As we talked about that before, so you can see that the fast boat is around about 1 week or 1.5 weeks faster than the slow boat. It's not by only the sailing schedule is faster, is the way that they unload the goods on destination country is faster, and then they got picked up by UPS or FedEx is faster arrangement. So that's why that they make the whole schedule time shorter for the fast boat. Also, there is one thing that I need to I also need to let you know. China, we normally have, if the manufacturer is from the northern part, that mainly we will arrange it to go to the Shanghai or Ningbo warehouse, and then we'll ship from there. So, and if the manufacturer is from the southern part of China, we will ship from Shenzhen. And sometimes the Shenzhen will go to the Hong Kong big boat to ship the goods. And for the northern part or the southern part, no matter Shanghai, Ningbo or Shenzhen, we all have the fast boat. It's just different company and different carrier. There is two fast boats. One is Mason, one is the Simt shipping line. and they are both the fast boats. But if customer want to save because they have a bigger volume of goods, that they want to go with the slow boat because it's cheaper. Slow boats per kilogram is around about like 50 cents to 80 cents dollar. That is cheaper than the fast boat. So like when the customer have like a bigger volume of the goods, they would like to ship with a slow boat, then I have to give you the hint that the slow boat is only in Shenzhen port. If your goods is in Yiwu, as every people Yiwu is famous for the small commodities of the goods. But from Yiwu, then you need to send all the goods from the Yiwu to Shenzhen, because on the northern part, the other ports, they don't have the slow boat. So slow boat is only from Shenzhen. This is also like probably not many people know about this part. So this is like all the information of shipping. I think I talk about the time with the DDP. Mostly for me it's about American, because for shipping is quite complicated. It's not only one-to-one, or it's like so many options, and it also depends on the goods, especially when you do this DDP, like delivery duty pay. When we quarter, like, because I think I mentioned about a lot of times of DDP, but I'm sorry, I think I didn't explain like clear about what is DDP. So DDP normally is short for delivery duty pay. It's from it means like we handle the custom clearance on both sides, and also the tax or duty on the destination country. So with the receiver side, you prepay the flight cost, and then you don't need to pay anything after you receive the goods. This is what we have, the DDP shipment. And if you send the goods by DHL or FedEx only, this is like the cargo express. If you send by express, normally the receiver have to pay the duty or the tax on the destination country when you receive it. So this is the difference with the service we provide and the service that only like DHL or UPS or FedEx they provided. For our with the service, the FBA shipping with the DDP service, that means we will go with air cargo or air free or sea free or sea cargo to consolidate with all the goods together, handled by the big company, and then to arrive in the destination country, and then we will separate to do each of the goods of the declarance in the destination country, and then we will unload all the goods to distribute in our warehouse in the destination country. For example, like USA, we will distribute the goods in our warehouse, and then we will send the information for UPS or FedEx, no matter which provider we will choose, and then they will send the people to pick up the goods and then the delivery, no matter to Amazon warehouse or the other warehouse or private address. And that is how we normally operate. So it's not like a pure DHL or UPS express shipping from China to the other country. And that is why we also can be cheaper, because we consolidate with all the things into the container. That is the way that we help you to save the cost. So also to answer the questions, like when customer asks why now after COVID everything is got more expensive and the delivery got slower. I think one of the reasons is the UPS or the FedEx, they also in the warehouse in the destination country, they are lack of workers. this is one of the main reasons. And the second reason also just because of like they have less sailing schedule for the carrier, like the boats or the less fly, less sailing schedule, and also less operation system, like the people to work. So that's why the shipping costs will get higher. Is also one of it, and I believe that the carrier, they also want to get the cash flow back, so that the needs is getting more and then the provider is getting less. So that's also one of the reasons to cause the shipping cost is getting higher. Yeah, I hope I didn't miss any points for shipping. And I'm also myself for shipping, you know, like for air, they update the price every week, and then for the sea shipping, the boats, they update the price that each month. So I'm also learning all the time because I have to update it, the things. So so we have to update all the knowledge that I've learned. So I'm also learning all the time, and I wish I can pass what I learned. I can pass with my experience to you, and to help you to understand for the shipping part, and to help for your business to know how to send the goods to the other country. And naturally, this is also the reason when I try to start to change my job from the tour guide to freight forwarder is because when I was traveling in the other country, I see that all the goods made in China, and then they sell much more expensive than I can see in China. So I'm very interested on the trading. Like I want to sell the goods from my country to the other country. So I was thinking like, but I need to know how to send the goods out to China because it's like so long. I think it was like 6 years ago. I was like, wow, it should be so difficult. Like how can make sure like the things in China, like a lot of goods that can go to the other country. And that's why we look at the sea, like we see many boats, and we're wondering like how we do it. So I want to learn. That's why I quit my job as a tour guide, and then I get to a freight forwarder company to learn how to ship the goods. Until now, because after that I have more knowledge about trading, and I have more knowledge about products, and I found myself also better to communicate with the factory and the products, and to make sure that everything goes well and the communication is okay. And then the more I'm in this zone, I figure out there is a lot of communication problems and trust problems between the foreign customers and the manufacturer here in China. And that's why I come out with the idea with what I'm doing now. And I'm very happy to find Nils as my partner because he also can communicate very good and have this mindset same as us, and have this mindset as most of the foreign customer. He's represent this part of thinking, like how the product need to be, how the package need to be, how the service need to be. And then that's why we are very happy to find each other, to work together. He can be better to build out the trust between the customer and the sourcing agent in China. And then I can handle more about the communication with the manufacturing part. And this is like magic. For me, is perfect. I like to work like this, and I also would like to pass what I learned to every people. As the time when I was just start to learn, I just start a business that I can help you with some knowledge, or with what I learned for the trading or for the e-commerce. So I wish what I pass to you is helpful And if you are still confusing or you need anything from us, you need our help, or you need to build up more better communication, welcome to book a call with us. I will be happy to work with you or to cooperate with you.